This is all about pelicans, wild pelicans. Down at the Gold Coast, we went for a drive, pulled over on the left here, and came across lots of pelicans. So welcome to the video. I do hope you enjoy it. We're going to see the pelicans, and then you will see what I did with the photos when I got home, apart from making this video, and then the result of the artwork that I did using the pelicans. So I do hope you managed to watch it all the way through to the end. We stopped at a small beach at Southport, the Gold Coast. It was just a little bit before we got to this point in the drive. We stopped in a car park where there was a children's playground and a fish and chip shop, and I think that fish and chip shop was the attraction for the pelicans and the seagulls. There were lots of seagulls there as well. And across the water is the spit. I did a recent video about my visit to the spit a few months ago, and you see the cars there right across behind the rocks. That is where I had my car parked on that day when I did that previous video. But this is at Southport on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And the water you're looking at is known as the Broadwater. There is an entrance to the South Pacific Ocean on the left at the end of the spit. And there's an ibis just walked past me. Ignored me completely, of course. I think it's used to people. The birds seem pretty tame around this area. I had taken my small camera with me with no plans on doing any photography, but when I saw all those pelicans flying in, I thought about it for a while, and then I got the camera out and went and took some photos. I was using a little Sony ZV1 which I bought earlier this year. Still struggling with it a bit, but I'm seeming to get a few interesting photos with it now. These are Australian white pelicans, and they were incredibly relaxed around people. At one point there were even some children walking in amongst them, and the birds just ignored them. And they're totally wild birds. They flew in from out in the ocean somewhere. I watched them coming in. I didn't get photos of the seagulls, but there were hundreds of seagulls there. I didn't want to show the children running around amongst the pelicans, so I cut out the bits of video with the children in it. I managed to avoid getting them in my video, mostly. But see how relaxed they are? I'm just standing really close to them. Wasn't zoomed in with a long lens or anything like that. After a while I stopped taking photos. It was getting a bit repetitive. When I got home, I got them out of my camera and I put them onto my computer. And I chose a few individual pelicans, and I'll show you. Here's what I did with them. I put them into my software, and then I used that software to cut out the pelicans so I could make artworks out of them that I could load up to my Redbubble shop, and hopefully I'll sell a few stickers or even some other products with the pelicans on them. This is about a 4.5 minute segment of me cutting out the pelicans, and it actually took me 45 minutes to do it. I didn't enjoy doing the tops of their heads much because they had so many feathers sticking out with lots of ins and outs and bumps up there, but I wanted to get it all. I didn't want to cut bits off them, but I thought you probably wouldn't want to sit through the whole 45 minutes in real time. After I've cut them out, I'll show you some of the products that I put them on. I cut out 10 different pelicans from these photos. I'm only showing you me actually doing the cutting out on one of them, but if you continue watching through to the products, you should see most of the birds, because I've tried to show you all of the different pelicans as I extracted pictures on various products. After I'd finished cutting it out, I then put in a different coloured background so I could see clearly where I had left stray pixels and it wasn't tidy around the edges. So this first part of the process is fairly rough. I'm just getting the biggest bits of the background taken away from around the bird. I'll go over it carefully again after I've got all of this out. The birds I chose were birds that I could see their entire bodies and were close enough to the camera for me to be able to get a reasonably large image, because I don't stretch the images out. That would result in pixelation when they go onto the products, because Redbubble's print on demand. They print the designs onto whatever products you choose, and you need big photos if you're going to use photos, or the images on the products get very pixelated, and I definitely don't want my things to come out with pixelation. One thing that fascinated me was the way they were all standing. They've got really big feet and they were all pigeon-toed, so they stand with one foot over the top of the other. It was about at this point that I realised this pelican had its beak partly open and you could see through it. I wasn't happy. I hadn't planned on this delicate process of trying to not miss out on including any parts of the actual beak, but I needed to get rid of the pelican that you could see through his open beak. Most of them were preening themselves. Some were just chilling out. Being so close to so many of them, they sort of felt a bit like I was part of the group. It was a really strange feeling, but it was fun. Occasionally I had a bit of trouble working out if the background was a part of the bird I was cutting out or if it was another pelican, because there were so many pelicans there that were behind the birds that I was cutting out. Sometimes I'd have to undo what I'd just done and then redo it more carefully. That's why I keep on looking at the whole picture and then going back and zooming into the bits that I want to cut out. I need to make sure I'm cutting out what needs to be cut out and leaving what needs to be left. That's it. It's just about done now. Put a different coloured background so I can have a look at what was there. The green wasn't very successful. It didn't show me much. So put black there, and there was lots of tidying up to do. For the stickers to look nice and neat, you don't want all those extra stray pixels all around. And I don't think that the little bits that I'd left around the edges would have showed up. There's only 1 or 2 pixels in it, but it was good to get rid of them. And now let's have a look at the products. I look at the internet each year and I get colours that are fashionable for the year, and they're the colours that I've used, because on some of the products I get to choose a background, and this is the sort of products where I get to choose a background. The hats and the t-shirts and hoodies and those sort of things, Redbubble chooses the background colours that are available and the purchaser picks the colour that they want. Where I have offered the background colour to be on the product, the number of different colours that are available for that particular bird will depend on how big the bird was in the original photo, because I only do enough different colours so that there's one colour for each type of stickers that I make. And if the bird was quite small in the photo, I might only be able to do 3 or 4 different stickers, different sticker sheets, and therefore that'll only be 3 or 4 colours. But if I've got a really big picture of a bird, well then there might be 6 or 7 different background colours that that bird has been offered to be available in, as I would have been able to get more different sizes in my sticker sets to go on the sticker sheets. Now, if I've got a pelican that I've cut out really big, I've managed to get a big picture of it, well then I can get a sticker that I can have only 1 sticker on the sticker sheet, because the sticker sheets have got a set size, and I try to offer as many different sized individual stickers on the sticker sheet as I can, and I start with the biggest one and then I work my way down. The bigger the original image, the more versions of the stickers that I get, and for each version of the stickers I make all of the products and I give it a different background colour. And you can see the different background colours. The only product that is currently available that I didn't show here is the jigsaws, because I don't think they're very suited to my style of where I'm working. When I'm doing paintings and drawings, that'd be a different matter. I could put them on jigsaws, but the photos probably not. I'm expecting the videos to be up for a few years at least, and the products could change, and the colours that Redbubble offers on the various t-shirts and hats and things could change as well. This is just the products and the colours that were available on the day that I made the video. So I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I've left the stickers till the end. And the reason I base all of my colours and the number of versions of the colours on the various products is all based on the number of stickers I can make out of a photo is all because stickers are what I sell the most of. I do sell other products as well occasionally, but mostly it's all about the stickers. The links to my 3 Redbubble shops will be in the description of this video, so if you want to have a look, that's where to go to find them. There's a lot of wildflowers, Australian wildflowers, in my original shop, and the new shops are mostly paintings and drawings and include lots of birds as well as flowers. So thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, it'd be great if you could give it a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and thanks to everybody who has subscribed. I'm currently working on another video where I am painting a little female superb fairy wren, and I'm painting it in watercolours, and I'll be showing the process there as well. You'll also see a little bit of the little fairy wrens flitting around in the trees at the beginning of that video. It might be a few weeks away yet, but it is coming. So if you'd like to see it, to not miss it, and it'd be good to subscribe so you get notified of when I make another video. So enjoy the last few of the decor items, and then finally the stickers. So thank you for watching. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.